Chat. Okay, so this is my prediction of how all the teams will do in this season. Saints are literally going to be going for the #1 pick. Easy. That I would be surprised if they win more than 5 games. I would be very surprised if they win more than 5. I think they have the probably 30th to 32nd quarterback. I think Ravens are Super Bowl contenders, not just playoff. Super Bowl contenders is like 1 and 2 seed. Super Bowl contenders like 1 and 2. I think Ravens will be 1 or 2. Rate the Steelers. They're not even on this list. They're that bad, Jacob. Bengals will be better than the Steelers. I'm gonna put Bengals in playoffs. The Bengals will probably be like 6 or 7 seed. But I mean, chat, we all know that the Broncos are just ass, right? We all know that the Broncos are just gonna be so. They're probably gonna make the playoffs. It hasn't. They don't, Jacob. But they're just gonna score 50. They're just the Saints from like the early 2010s. They're on the brink. Like if there's a team that's like on the border, besides never mind. Like it would be the Bengals. Like I don't think that they're gonna be strong, but Giants got to be down here, right? Giants have got to be down here. I can't. Mediocre. What's 7 wins? Is that mediocre or is that just bad? I mean, they're better than the Saints. Okay, here's my take. Vikings are missing the playoffs. They do worse than last year, but JJ McCarthy looks better. I think they go down a little bit because of Packers going up. I think that division is going to be Packers, Lions, Vikings this year. Then Bears. Is that a bad take? I think Lions regress a little bit because of offense going to be going down a little bit because of Ben Johnson. Packers get a boost because of Micah, and their just roster is aging goodly. And then Vikings are just lost in no man's land. LA, I would think, is mediocre. They could, just because of Stafford and like, they could miss the playoff. I guess missing they would be like 9, or they would be like 8 wins, which I guess like in my head is mediocre, but that's also missing a playoff team. I mean, 49ers are going backwards. Seahawks are going backwards. Cardinals are backwards. So Rams could just be in because of everyone else being sad. The Rams are 8 wins if it's a normal NFC West. There are 11 wins if the rest of the division just sucks. Niners are going forward? No, they're not. They're literally not. Bucks are a playoff team. Half because that division is filled with the Saints and the Panthers. So they just basically, and the Falcons. So they kind of just have to be a playoff team. Like, they just get fucking put into it. They are because they got back CMC. Vinny, you might have the most 14-year-old football takes I've ever heard, like, in my life. I hate to remind you, Vinny, but when you were 7 years old, CMC was on the Panthers in his prime, and they were winning like 2 games a year. Lions are playoff. I think they're like wild card. then the Packers are winning the division. I think Bears. I think they still got 1 or 2 more years. Until they're up here. Chat, mediocre to me means like 7 to 8 wins. I probably should have, like, it's just better to, I mean, 1 or 2 more years until they're dog shit again. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like am letting Caleb Williams have his time. That also, they have the division. Like, they're just in a rough division. 49ers are definitely on the way down. I mean, it's got to be these two fighting for the division, right? I don't think the Seahawks are going to be good. I don't think the Cardinals are going to be good. So it's one of these two making the playoffs. I don't like how I made these like the way that they are, but too late now. Because one of these is making the playoffs. The other one's going to be mid, but it'll probably be a 9 and 8 team making the playoffs. I think LA just because we're talking about it this way, LA makes it. San Francisco barely doesn't make it. Eagles go back in Super Bowl contenders. I don't think that they. I don't know if it's a hot take. I think Jalen Hurts is the most like overrated quarterback in the league right now. But like I don't think that he. Raiders are definitely mid at best. What do you mean? Tua. People think Tua is like 25th. Just bad. So you want me to put the Raiders in just bad just because you're a Broncos fan, Lucy? Green Bay's right on the brink. They're definitely a playoff team. I'm kind of skeptical about putting them in contenders. Like, I need 1 year of like more consistency before they get put up there. Like, I still wouldn't even put, like, I don't think Green Bay is better than the Bills. There was a contender, and then there was a chat. What was above it? There was there was something else. Our defense is very strong, and our offense is very strong. Yeah, but like, okay, they're gonna be at the very top of playoff team. Like, chat. If I'm not putting the Bills in the contender, I can't put Green Bay in the contender. Like, even some people would think Washington's up there, but I don't think Washington is either. Washington's definitely better than the Lions in LA, but I don't think that they're going to be that high. Cardinals, I'm still putting them in just bad. Like, chat, when's Call of Duty come out? Call of Duty release date. October 25th. So Cardinals could start out like 5-1 or something, and then COD comes out and Kyler's done. And then it's just over. Then they just lost every game after that. Jacob, I'm sorry, bro. I think that this season's still gonna Tomlin's gonna get 9 and 8 and just still be right there. Rodgers at the like. Doesn't matter. No, the joke. No, the joke is that Kyler Murray like plays COD more than he like practices football, and he's like said it. Okay, I think I'm gonna go away from my take that I said like here. Like, I think that they still like, if I'm being unbiased. I'm gonna put them there. I think 2 teams from AFC become contenders. I think 2 teams from NFC. I don't know what the other NFC team would be though. Then put Packers there. Chad, are the Falcons gonna be mediocre at best or just bad? Packers. I agree with PK. Chat, this whole division, like, this is all one division besides the Cardinals. Could all just be right here. Seahawks mediocre at best. It's Sam Darnold now, right? Okay. PK's going to be mad at me. I think the glaze is a little too early for the Patriots. I think the glaze is a little bit too early. We got to see, what did they go last year? No one's glazing us. Almost every team almost everything that I see says that you guys are being a playoff team this year. Almost every like reporter, ESPN thing is saying that you guys are getting in. And I think it's a little too early. We got to see how, I don't know. Cat Browns are just bad, right? Like, I can't. The fuck is Joe Flacco gonna do? Better than the Steelers? You think the Browns are gonna be better than the Steelers this year? Chat, who's their running back now? Because they don't even have Nick Chubb. Who's the Browns running back? I think Jerry Jeudy is their only wide receiver. Oh, Jenkins before he went to jail. Yeah, and CJ drafted that guy. Chat, this is another thing of just like, I think the Texans just get in off technicality because of division. I don't even think the Texans are that good. I just think that they'll be 9-8 and everyone else will be 6-10, 6-11. So they just get in. No, not 6-7. Okay, I don't know if this is a hot take. I feel like this is a pretty lukewarm take. They're not contenders this year. They're just playoff. Is that a... I feel like that's a normal football take. Switch Chiefs with Bills. No. But if it is Chiefs versus Bills in the AFC game again, then I'm 100% putting money on the Chiefs. But if for some reason the Bills are there and it's like versus the fucking Broncos, not even trolling, like to Lucy, then like it should be the Bills there. Then they're Super Bowl contenders. No. Because if it's Bengals versus Chiefs, I'd take Bengals. Like it's just a rock, paper, scissors situation. Hi, Everglen. Cowboys are dog shit. Yeah, I think Cowboys just, they kind of belong here. They kind of need to be here for a year. I think society as a whole will be better off if the Cowboys are just in this tier for this year. Make a Jerry Jones tier. Another team that I think is getting glazed way too early is the Chargers. I think they'll be good, but like, I'm also like, Herbert's just whatever. Put the Falcons higher than those ugly Raiders. The Raiders are absolutely garbage. I have to put one NFC South team out of just bad. And if I have to, it's going to be the Panthers, I think. Like, I think the Panthers could outplay the Saints and the Falcons. Is that a bad take? The only way the Falcons do better is if Bijan just fucking carries that team on his back. That's the only way. I got Panthers making the playoffs. You're an idiot. Chat, I've seen some practice. Like, I saw some of you guys saying Jets over who, you know who, and you guys are just fucking wild. Justin Fields looks terrible, apparently. I fucking drafted him. But, like, on purpose because it's only for his running. I drafted him because I think they're going to be terrible, so they're going to throw 70% of the time. I think they'll be, like, top tier of just bad. I'm kind of down for Cam Ward to be okay, though. Yeah, it's so weird that, like, Shedeur Sanders gets, like, 20 times the coverage of Cam Ward. I don't think they'll be terrible. They also play in a division with ass teams. So, Jets belong just right there. Are you a Jets fan, Everglen? Chat, is this Daniel Jones Colts or Anthony Richardson Colts? Please put Cowboys in a Jerry Jones tier list or tier. I think that they're right here. I think Saints will be last. Like, if I had to order this, I think Saints are literally #1 pick. I got the Titans making the playoffs. Vinny. Jacksonville's mid too. If I do, I even have an Oh, I do have an AFC South team. Okay, mediocre at best. Trevor Lawrence. Actually, I take it back. Trevor Lawrence is the most overrated quarterback. Jalen Hurts is second. All right, chat, and it's time. I said I needed 4 Super Bowl contenders, and we found our 4th Super Bowl contender. I saved the best for last. The Miami Dolphins are Super Bowl contenders. We all know that this is real. This year is our year. This year is our year. This list is shit. No, it's not. This year is our year. We have a healthy quarterback. We have a good defense. The only thing that we're, like, kind of struggling on a little bit is wide receivers. That's the only thing that we could possibly use a little bit of help on. It hasn't been the Dolphins' year since JFK was in office. Do you want to put money on this? What did Jules say? Didn't even know the Dolphins before your streams. Agree, Everglen. Okay, Chad, do you want an unbiased? Do you want an unbiased thing where I'm not clip farming anymore? Really? Chad, we're probably here. Okay, so this, I know you guys joke a lot, and I know that, like, a lot of it is troll and a lot of you guys don't know, but, and I don't know if PK and Drake, like, the entire year is just based off Tua. They could be here. They could be literally here-ish, or they could be here. Like, it's entirely off Tua. It's entirely just if Tua stays alive. Zach Wilson looked terrible. Dolphins are not in the same tier as the Chiefs. The Dolphins, in 2023, were looking like they were outpacing the Chiefs when Tua was healthy. But the Dolphins are chalked. Replace Panthers with Browns. They could go 5-12, or they can go 12-5. Like, it's just whatever. Chat. The Chiefs are not going to be that good. Travis Kelce is too busy preparing for his wedding. He's got better shit to do than focus on football.